Oh, dear me. Weren't you the bracers who came to ask questions not that long ago?
Oh, right. We did come before.
I'm really sorry I couldn't talk to you then. So, what you came to ask about is what happened last night, right?
Yes, that's right. Is this a good time for you?
Yeah, this is as good a time as any. It was the middle of the night, you see, when I heard a noise coming from outside. And I, of course, thought it was my husband coming home at such a late hour, so I opened the door and started yelling. But it turned out to be a group of masked men coming out of the Orbital factory across the road. I thought my heart was plumb gonna stop right then and there. Although it turned out the burglars were rather surprised and ran away to the north.
I see. So, it was the Sky Bandits, huh?
So, what you're saying then is that this house didn't incur a loss of any kind?
Yeah, thanks to the mercy of the goddess.
Can I ask you another thing? Did your husband coming home late mean that he went to the bar?
Huh, if it was only that, that would be forgivable. In addition to being a no-good drinker, he's obsessed with this.
Oh, I get it. You mean fishing, right?
I see now.
That's right. He loves fishing more than just yesterday. He said something about catching some smelt and took off to the lake in the south. And on top of that, he still hasn't come back.
So what you're saying is he doesn't know anything about the incident.
That's exactly what I'm saying. And when that good-for-nothing husband of mine gets home, he's gonna get what for, let me tell you.
Hi, honey, I'm home. Whew, what a day I had. I was fishing patiently all morning, but I had nothing to show for it. Oh, what's this? Do we have guests?
You senile old man.
My goodness, woman. What kind of fiery tempest has gotten into you? Don't you know it's rude to act like that in front of guests?
If anyone's being rude, that would be you. I'm dumbfounded that my own husband can just take off and do what he likes at a time like this.
Huh? What do you mean by it?
Maybe I should explain.
Burglaries by Sky Bandits. You don't say. Now that is terrible. But to think that they hightailed it out of here after my wife hollered at them is hilarious. Guess they got to experience the social effect firsthand.
What did you just say?
Let's all calm down now.
But to think that these Sky Bandits came in the night like they did, and then just disappeared like that. I wonder if it has anything to do with that thing he was talking about the other day.
He? What do you mean?
Oh, right. You don't know him. He's my fishing buddy. He's staying at the inn down the lake shore to the south of here. If I remember right, he said something about seeing a strange bunch near the place the other night.
A strange bunch?
Now this sounds really interesting. Can you tell us a little more about what you've heard?
Sure, I don't mind. But I'm just going to tell you up front that this is all hearsay. From what I heard, he just happened to see them by chance as he was out fishing during the night. He saw them leave by the way of the inn's front door and then out onto the road. However, when he asked around at the inn in the morning, it turned out that no one like that had stayed there the night before.
Yeah, that is rather odd. So, was there any type of burglary at the inn?
No, nothing of the sort at all, in fact. It's quiet there, the meals are great, and it's, well, a place I'd recommend to anyone. But best of all, it's a prime fishing spot.
Though there aren't any definitive clues related to the incident, we did manage to hear a few interesting bits.
I concur. I especially like the one that described all the delicious food at the inn.
That's not what we're talking about here. Although, I did find the fishing part to be rather interesting. Unfortunately, if there's nothing going on there, then I guess it wouldn't be worth investigating.
Actually, I think it's quite the opposite. If someone had been careless and caused a problem, the army would have thoroughly investigated it. Conversely, the possibility of the Sky Bandits appearing where there's nothing happening is rather high.
Oh, well, I guess that's one way to think about it.
And in light of this series of incidents, there's either a spy in the army, or the Sky Bandits are a really clever bunch of thieves. It'll be extremely difficult to corner them only by investigating the incidents which have occurred. We'll need to get one step ahead of them by tracking their movements.
I see. So what you're saying is that we should take an offensive stance rather than a defensive one.
Then how about we get going? Off to the beautiful Valeria Lake, extolled in many a rhyme as the Pearl of the Burl.
So this is the north shore of Valeria Lake, huh? It certainly seems peaceful and quiet around here.
The inn doesn't look too shabby either.
I stayed here once before when I was in the area on another job. The wine's great, the rooms are nice, pretty much what you'd expect from a place like this.
Too bad this isn't a pleasure trip.
You mean it's not? I at least intended to toss my cares to the wind for a while. Taking catnaps in a rocking boat by day and filling my belly with food and wine by night. Heaven, this is what a vacation is all about. Come on, everyone, I was just joking. We can enjoy vacation anytime, but now is the only time we can enjoy taking care of some would-be thieves. Even I, Olivier Lenheim, know enough to get my priorities straight.
I don't think this has anything to do with enjoyment or not.
Well, whatever. As long as he does his share of the work he's here to do. Let's see if we can find the old man staying here that loves fishing.
The guest who said he saw some suspicious individuals here 2 nights ago.
Welcome to the Kingfisher Inn. Are you all here to stay?
Let's see. Yes and no. How should I put it?
We're here looking for a certain someone. Is there a guest staying here who loves to fish?
Well, pretty much everybody who stays here loves to fish.
We heard he was a friend of the old man who stayed here yesterday. Do you have a clue who that might be?
Oh, are you talking about Old Man Kuwano? If you're talking about his fishing buddy, then I think you must mean Lloyd.
Lloyd?
I've heard he's a professional angler who came all the way here from the Royal City. Seems as though he's a member of the Fisherman's Guild there.
He sounds like a pretty amazing guy. So you're saying he's that old man fishing out back?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the one you're talking about. You might be able to get his attention if you call his name out really loud.
Excuse me. Are you the man named Lloyd who's from Royal City?
Wow, he's really focused. He's tuned everything out of his mind but fishing.
It looks like this is where my skills come into play.
What are you...
Just sit back and enjoy.
Oh, whoa, oh my goodness. What in the... Who are you, kid? And where did you come from?
That was a dirty trick to play on him, Olivier.
Yeah, that was pretty low.
How do you do this evening, good sir? We tried calling out to you a moment ago, but we could see that, like a true professional, your attention was fixed upon your task.
You're Lloyd, aren't you?
Yes, that's right. But how did you know my name?
We heard from a certain old man about you. Do you have some time you could spare to speak with us?
I see. So, you heard from Mr. Kuwano, did you? Yeah, I saw that strange pair about 2 nights ago.
I knew it! Could we get you to fill us in a little more on the details?
Before that, are you all bracers or something? Is this somehow related to...
We can't say for sure, but there does appear to be a possibility.
Gotcha. In that case, I'll do what I can to help you out. It was the other night when I was out fishing on my boat. I was returning to the inn, dead tired after a day of battling it out with this lake's guardian. It had gotten late into the night, and it was about the time when everyone at the inn was asleep in their beds.
Now hold on a minute. What do you mean by this lake's guardian?
I'm glad you asked. The Guardian is a giant salmon that swims the murky depths of Valeria Lake. It has been the feared king of the waters among fishing lovers for over a decade.
Crap. I shouldn't have asked.
It looks like you've thrown a log onto the maniac's fire.
Is it really that huge of a fish, like you say?
You bet your last mirror it is, and I've been chasing the darn thing for the last 5 years of my life. It comes and goes in different parts of Valeria Lake and changes its feeding spots on a whim. I heard from a buddy of mine that it had appeared in these parts, so I came a-running from the Royal City.
Ha! Now that is what I call passion. I can completely understand where you're coming from. Whenever I find something I like, I stop at nothing until I get a hold of it. For example, a bottle of Grand Chardonnay and such.
In your case, steal it is more accurate.
How about we get back to our story? So, Lloyd, what happened when you came back from fishing that night?
Oh, right. I had returned the boat and was on my way into the inn when I saw an odd couple head out onto the road from the grounds behind the building.
Onto the road? In the middle of the night?
Yep, no doubt about it. They headed out onto the new Ansel path. At first I thought they were a group of people visiting from the city, heading back home. But it was way too late for something like that, and when I asked at the inn the next day, nobody knew a thing about it. Thought maybe I'd seen a couple of ghosts or something then.
Ghosts? There are ghosts that come out here?
Just so you know, the two I saw were a young couple. They might have been two lost souls who committed a double suicide after not being...
Oh, don't tell me anymore.
Oh, brother. A bracer that's afraid of ghosts. The guild is doomed.
Not to mention her habit of always wanting to hear more ghost stories and other bizarre stuff.
Now, isn't your being scared attractive in its own right, Estelle? Not sexy, but cute nonetheless. Like a little kitten shivering in the cold.
You better watch out, because this little kitten bites.
Well, I was just kidding about the ghost part. But the couple did, in fact, seem to be one with a purpose and reason. I say this because the girl was wearing some rather odd clothing.
What do you mean by that?
I only saw her from behind, so I couldn't say for sure, but it looked to me like she was wearing some kind of school uniform.
A school uniform? It couldn't be.
It wasn't one from the Janus Royal Academy, was it?
Wow, you really know your stuff, kid. You betcha. My niece goes there as well, and it looked exactly the same as the one she wears.
I see. This whole event just got a lot more interesting.
It's her! know it's that blind tomboy for sure. We're finally onto her trail.
What, so she's an acquaintance of yours? Then while you're at it, tell the two of them not to fret and rush into anything they'll regret later. If my mind isn't failing me, I could have sworn they said something about coming again tonight.
Is that true?
Yep, we'll meet back here in 2 days, is what the young man said. His tone seemed rather serious, so I couldn't help but think on it.
Well, that's understandable. We appreciate the valuable information. Just leave the rest up to us. We won't let them get into any more trouble than they already are.
Oh, I see. That's a relief to hear. Oh, I feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders now. Now that that's off my chest, I feel like taking a boat out and fishing again. Well, there's no time to lose. I'll leave you young'uns to your work.
Man, I don't even measure up when it comes to that fishing nut.
He mentioned something about a fisherman's guild, too. I wonder what kind of group that is.
So, how is this couple involved with the missing airliner incident exactly? If you don't mind telling me, that is.
Well, in a nutshell,
I see. That seems to be the person in question, all right. Which means that tonight is the night, huh?
yeah. It looks like we should probably get a room just in case. We're going to be in for a late night tonight.
All right, let's go ask the receptionist about a room.
Will you be staying here with us tonight?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Hold on, Estelle. If there's anything that we haven't taken care of, we'd better do it now. I don't want to head back to Beau's after we've gotten a room.
I guess you're right.
All right then. Please come with me. I'll show you to your room. This is where you'll be staying. I will leave you here, so please relax until dinner is served.
This is quite a nice room. It has a certain atmosphere that you just don't find back in the city.
Yeah, it's great, huh? It wasn't that expensive either.
What to do now? How about we relax until it gets dark?
What a nice idea.
I'd be more than happy to do just that, but is it really okay to take it easy?
Rest when you can. That's part of a bracer's job too. This is our free time, so let's enjoy a meal, take a stroll, or something else.
Wow, what a picturesque view. The entire lake looks like it's glowing.
Too bad we can't see the royal city on the opposite shore because of the haze. But from here, it's easy to tell that this is the biggest lake in the kingdom.
This lake is like a fisher's dream come true. Oh, I bet it'd be a blast to throw a line in those waters.
Then how about it? It might be a nice change of pace for you.
Yeah, maybe I will. What are you gonna do, Joshua?
Me? Let's see. There's a book I've been meaning to read, so maybe I'll just sit in that chair and relax.
How old are you again? Only geezers talk about sitting back and relaxing. Young boys are supposed to get out and move their bodies.
I'll leave that part to you.
Sometimes you can be such a drag. Oh well, I should hurry up and decide on a fishing spot. Somewhere around that pier looks like it might be a lucky spot for bites. Yes! This looks good. Definitely the best spot. Now let's see about casting a few lines. Crap, I don't have a fishing pole. I wonder if somebody at the inn has a spare I can borrow. Do you have a fishing pole I can borrow?
Yes, of course we do. They're right over here, and they're free to use for anyone lodging here.
Wow, really? Score! This is a pretty nice rod to be loaning out to everyone. All right then, I'll put it to good use.
Please enjoy yourself.
Yes, this looks good. Now let's see about casting a few lines. Let's see. From this pier, which would be the best place to drop a line? Right around here looks nice. Come on, fishy, fishy. All right, let's just sit back and relax and see what we come up with. Sweet! I got a bite! Now this is the critical part. How should I bring it up? All right, let's see what we got. What a little fishy. Oh, Joshua's gonna make fun of me if he sees this. Man, it's already starting to get dark. I guess I ended up with a pretty good catch after all. Check this out, Joshua. Look what I caught. Huh? Joshua? What's this? I wonder if Joshua just forgot this. For being so sharp, he sure can miss things sometimes. I guess I'll just have to take it to him myself. Then again, I wonder where he could have taken off to. Hey there, laddie. What are you doing whittling away the evening in a place like this?
Not much. How about yourself? Are you done fishing or are you heading back into battle?
No, I've already had my fill. Sure has been a while since I did, though. Oh, that reminds me. You said you were going to read, but you ended up leaving your book on the table. You should be more careful with your stuff.
Oh, that. I actually finished reading it. My eyes were starting to feel a bit tired, so I thought I'd take a walk for a change.
Liar.
What?
You're hiding your feelings again, aren't you? I can tell that's what you're doing. And besides, that's not really fair. You always find a way to cheer me up when I'm feeling down, and while I may not be as reliable as Dad, I can still give you a shoulder to lean on.
Sorry.
It's times like these when you should say thank you and not apologize. You may be smart, Joshua, but sometimes you don't seem to know what's most important.
You're probably right. Thanks, Estelle.
Very good. Now that wasn't too bad, was it? Oh, right. And in return, how about you play me a song on your harmonica?
As you wish. Is the whereabouts of light good for you?
Yep, that's the one I wanted to hear. I wonder why it is that when I hear the sound of your harmonica in the evening light like this, it makes me want to cry.
So you're still not going to ask? About my past, I mean.
We promised, remember? You were going to tell me when you felt like it, and I wasn't going to ask, right? And considering that 5 years have passed, it doesn't seem like such a big deal anymore.
Yeah, it has been 5 years, hasn't it? How can you just live with me for that long and not have a million questions? That day, your father came home with this beat-up kid, some random stranger who never says a word about his past. Why'd you take him in like that?
Well, it seemed like the obvious thing to do. Besides, you're... And like I said before, I know you pretty well. You love books, you're a weapons geek, and you've got a serious knack for just about anything that comes your way. You're kind and fair, but you also got a way of not letting others inside by using politeness like a shield.
Now wait a minute.
And you're caring and lonely. Of course, I don't know everything about your past. If you want to make comparisons, I don't know a whole lot about Dad's past either. But it doesn't mean that he and I aren't family, right? Being a family for us has more to do with me knowing his personality, his habits, the food he likes. You know, the kinds of things that only I would know firsthand. And you're no different, Joshua.
You make it nearly impossible to argue with you. You know that? It's been like that since the first time we met, and you gave me that flying kick to the gut as I was lying in bed. Wounded, I might add.
Did I really do that?
Yeah, injured and all. More than once.
I'm sure it was just a bit of childish play. Blame Dad for my lack of social graces.
Yeah, sure. Nice excuse. But anyway, Estelle.
What?
Let's make sure we solve this whole airliner mystery. I don't know if Dad's been captured or anything, but let's resolve this with our own hands.
Sure, that's exactly what I intend to do.
How about we head back to the inn? I'm sure supper is ready by now.
Great idea. I'm starving. We need to eat our fill so we can be ready for tonight. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's your book, Joshua.
Oh, right. I'm actually done with it, and at this point it'd just end up being bulk weight. I wonder what I should do with it.
It looks like a pretty difficult book, but do you think if I spent some time with it, I'd understand?
I'm sure you'd be fine. There's already a lot of stuff you know in there anyway. So do you want to take a stab at it, Estelle?
Sure, I'll give it a shot.
Help a fellow out. I'm begging you. I can't take another drink.
Wow. I think I've just reconsidered my opinion of you, Olivier.
It's pretty rare for anyone to still be conscious after a night of wine with Shara.
Well, didn't the two of you come at a good time? How about having a drink together? You're both good for that, right?
We're going to eat dinner now, so the answer is no.
Come on, you two. When I say let's drink, we drink. You're going to make me very angry if you don't sit down.
Oh, great. She's already reached stage 2, rage mode.
Don't worry, Shara. Olivier said he's good for another couple rounds. How about having him keep you company?
What? So you can still drink more, can you?
Joshua, how could you just give me to her like that?
Don't you feel sorry for that poor guy?
I don't know. Should I?
You're like a little demon. And cute at the same time, too. At least the fish are polite here.
I guess he'll be just fine.
How about we sit at the counter? I'd hate to bother the two of them.
Right. Good idea.
Please, Shara, I'm pleading with you here. You and the fish. Don't pour me another glass.
Oh, he's totally plastered. It looks like even a guy who takes his sweet time for everything couldn't stand up to a drunken Shara.
Oh wow, what a night of drinking. I've been so busy lately, I haven't been able to enjoy myself like this for a while.
And you're not even red in the face either from all that alcohol. Are you sure you haven't had some special kind of training, Shara?
It could have been all the bizarre liquors I drank while I was in the troop. You know, like the ones with scorpions and asps in them. I might have built up my resistance that way, but who knows?
Somehow, I don't think that's the case.
By the way, what do you plan on doing with him?
Let's just let him sleep. He looks so peaceful now, and we wouldn't want to disturb him. There's a very high possibility that we'll have a direct encounter with the Sky Bandits tonight. And getting a civilian wrapped up in the middle of it all wouldn't be a good idea.
Don't tell me you got Olivier drunk, so he wouldn't be able to come along, didn't you?
Well, of course I did. And he'll thank me in the long run too. After his raging hangover, anyway.
And so that whole time...
You were just toying with him, weren't you?
Let's see. It's getting late. Let's hurry and begin our stakeout around the inn.
Don't skirt around the issue, Shara.
Quiet, you. For the time being, we're going to circle up to the far pier.
Understood.
All right then, let's go.